he said, I don't really think she's
Well,
hot.
she's not like, if you see her on the streets, I don't think she's a head turner. But once you find out there's something sexy about criminal women.
Yeah, well,
You know?
listen, the turtlenecks
Because they
do
won't
nothing
judge.
for
They
me.
won't judge you.
No, of course, that's a big plus. But the turtlenecks do nothing for me.
I don't know.
That's what you should throw her in one of the turtlenecks up here, like
Or maybe Matt on a turtleneck.
Hey, it's
What's your name?
I'm
Matt Cox.
Matt
Hey,
Cox.
It's Matt Cox, and I'm
Matt
here
Cox
with my friend Juan.
It's Matt Cox with Juan, and we're doing. I was way.
This is
more
why we
excited.
don't do podcasts in the afternoon.
Wait, I need coffee.
Yeah, me too, bro. You wanna take a cut and get some coffee?
Oh, listen, on her best behavior right now. Let me tell you something. The last 2 weeks, best girlfriend around. The last 2 weeks.
By the way, it's because I'm here.
No.
You see how
been
the
here
dynamic
for 2 weeks.
You will see how the dynamic. No,
I'm saying right. No. That's nothing, bro. She's been amazing. It's gonna stop. I know at some point she's just gonna be like, all right, we've done that. We've done enough of this. Like I've paid my penance.
You know when it's gonna stop. Oh my
We're
God.
done.
That's horrible. You know when it's gonna stop? When she figures out. Right now, what she's doing is she's measuring how bad she can treat you and get away with it. So you'll see a slow process.
How bad?
Of course, because right now she's doing everything right, and then
Yeah.
she's gonna stop like one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Like, let me see.
No doubt.
Can I like not serve him the coffee? And then she's gonna be like, well, can I like leave toothpaste on the sink? And then sooner or later, eventually, everything
She's
is
not
gonna.
a savage. I mean, what are you? Toothpaste on the sink. What are you doing? Who are you dating?
Well, I'll tell you what. In a couple of weeks, you'll call me and tell me. You know what she just did,
bro. Toothpaste.
You'll send
on
me
the
a picture.
sink.
You say she left toothpaste on the sink.
Yeah.
She's not spitting in the toilet. She's spitting on the sink.
Spitting in the toilet, like the prison. You spit in the toilet.
Yeah, she's not spitting in the toilet. She's spitting in the sink.
So anyway,
She's being sitting down. Oh, I guess she has to be sitting down. Yeah.
Oh, listen, she leaves the toilet. She leaves the toilet seat up.
So you already went through.
I was
couple
like,
times.
"What are you doing?" No, wait, like I fell in the. No, I'm saying in general, it's like I'm like I was raised by all women, so you don't leave
You
the
don't
toilet.
say. You say.
She has all brothers.
You don't say.
So anyway, all right. Listen, back to Elizabeth Holmes.
Back to the beginning. Did we have that intro done already?
No,
that one worked.
Okay, intro. Yeah, the intro's fine.
Okay,
all this is good.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, so Elizabeth Holmes, who ran Theranos Medical,
Is
whatever.
it Theranos or is it Theranos, like I pronounced it?
No, you pronounced it wrong. It's Theranos. So Theranos, I'm sure everybody knows that Theranos basically, she started this company. She said that she was going to come up with this. It actually started as like some kind of a patch that monitored you all the time. And then it turned into blood monitoring. It was a blood monitoring machine where you could take a little bit of blood. It'd run like 200 and some odd different tests with almost no blood. And then it would give you the results, and it was super inexpensive, and anybody could do it. And so she started getting investors, more and more investors, and she dropped out of Stanford. So she didn't graduate Stanford. Started getting all of these investors, and people started dumping money in, a lot of money.
I think the Clintons had money in it. And,
also, God, what was that? General Mad Dog Mattis. He's got some great quotes. He's got, and then she, was it like Kissinger or somebody? Anyway, there was a bunch of.
She was worth $4 billion at the peak of the
ridiculous
of the scam.
Right, and so if you watch, there's a bunch of documentaries about her, and they talk about how like she's just blatantly lying to different investors.
I read the book; it's phenomenal.
Oh, you read? There was a book?
Yeah,
Great.
I read it in
Bad Blood.
Yeah, Bad Blood.
Yeah. Well, I've seen like 2 or 3 documentaries, and yeah, it was just she's lying. She's saying that these people are backing her. She's saying that they're currently the U.S. military is using the equipment. I mean, just all kinds of ridiculous shit.
Insane.
Right? Oh, it was Biden that actually went and looked at the laboratories, the state of the art laboratories when he was just vice president.
And I heard she used to have like these meetings, and she would like disguise her like this.
Yeah,
and, she
she
was some kind of a
she started wearing that turtlenecks, so she more like Steve Jobs. People started comparing her to Steve Jobs. It was odd. There was even a couple of interviews where she accidentally drops the whole baritone.
But notice how they say in that intro that she faces up to 20 years.
Yeah, that kills me.
But they're not saying up to 20 years per count.
They I think they do at some point. They do mention per count, but they never say like with me. They were like 350 years. Like they added all the counts.
How many years did you actually get? 26 years.
26 years and 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah. With her, they're saying like up to 20. Like I guess
up to 20.
It's almost like the media is like preparing people to say, hey, it's up to 20 years. But the truth is, like someone like me, they stacked all the counts. I mean, she was still found guilty of 4 counts. She could get 20 years per count.
Yeah.
She could get 80 years. Like, but they're not saying that.
How much time do you think she's gonna get? I think she's gonna get back between 25 and 30.
Yeah, I was thinking 25. I was thinking like 25 and 30. Like 30. Yeah. I mean, look, here's the thing, and I get this. Actually, Jess and I were talking about this the other day, where it was like, calmness, this is normal, it's okay. No, she's like, anytime she hears my name, she's like, hey,
like,
don't say something crazy. So, but we were talking, like, I get it. Like, if you invested your money, so if you invested, for one thing, it's like, okay, 30 years, you're going to give somebody 30 years for a money crime? Like, it was just money.
Do you think it's too much time?
30 years for a money crime initially makes me think that's insane. Come on, bro. You don't give murderers, 30 years or
you
rapists.
Don't give chomos.
Right. But wait a second now. If your 72-year-old mother had put her $2 million life savings that she has to live off of, and this chick took it and pissed it away, and now your mother's living in your spare room and trying to live off of Social Security of $1,800 a month, and that doesn't even cover her medical, her prescriptions. Now you want to kill this chick.
How many people want to kill you, Matt, that have their mothers living in their
I can only think of 2 people that really want to do harm to me. One is a guy named Dr. Brown. He can't stand me. He was like, seriously, like actually could not be in when I was being sentenced, didn't want to be in the courtroom, didn't want to testify or be in the courtroom because he literally was saying, like, if I'm in the courtroom and I see this guy, I will physically attack him. So I don't know if he wants to kill me, but certainly wants to do great bodily harm.
What kind of doctor is he, by the way?
We weren't that close. I don't know.
You don't do research on your victims?
No, he was just a mark. I had to convince him to sell me his house. I mean, how hard is that? I got the money. So to convince him to owner finance the house, that wasn't hard. So that guy doesn't like me, and the only other person is like that wants to kill me is like Jess's ex-boyfriend. Other than that, so that's 2 people that want to kill me. That's it.
Both victims of your many crimes. One a financial crime, the other one a crime of passion.
That's love, bro. What am I gonna do? I'm in love. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Put some Pepto-Bismol on my coffee, please.
You know what bothers me the worst? You know what really bothers me? What's really been eating at me, and I haven't mentioned it, is that a friend of Jess who's watched videos of me and then met the ex-boyfriend said these guys are absolutely the opposite of one another. Now here's the problem. Everything about her ex-boyfriend is extremely masculine and manly. So what are you saying?
What exactly
are you saying? Like and I was like, what does that mean? She's, you're just opposite. I go, what does that mean? She's, you're just different. Well, what do you mean different? I go, he said opposite. She's like, yeah, opposite. I'm like, well, what does that mean? What do you mean? She's, I don't know, baby. I don't know what he meant exactly. You're just different. She didn't want to say it.
What did she tell you? She told you, like, I don't know. Just sit here. Let me do your nails.
Yeah.
Let me do your nails and relax.
Come here, baby.
Come on, Jess. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Jess. You're amazing.
See, right, but boom. No.
Yeah. So much for the equipment. So let's go. What is it?
There's coffee grounds in.
Little coffee ground. Look, see.
You want to complain? You want to complain already? Dude, she gave you
I don't,
coffee,
but
bro.
you know what I'm saying? Listen, this is
how it started. What did I tell you? Baby steps. Baby steps.
This is the toothpaste.
Do you want a new cup? I just
No.
didn't want to.
See?
You know what it was? It was the Kiffy bag you have in there. She made you Kiffy coffee. For those of you that don't know, Kiffy coffee is what they give you in prison.
Yes.
So, Elizabeth Holmes, back to her.
First of all, do you think she's hot?
Yes. I like
that's
psycho
what's
girls.
important.
First of all, I like blonde girls.
I hear you.
I kind of lie. I know my body's candies. Whatever.
You lie?
So, When
you date a brunette, you say, ugh.
But I'm Hispanic. You know, people we like the blonde, the white chicks. You know, they have papers. That's always a plus. You know, I'm sure she got papers.
Huh?
You know, but
We talked about that too, right? Okay.
about what? About me marrying for papers?
No, I have a friend that is married to a guy who's like 10 years younger than her. He's extremely handsome, and
she's not.
No, she is.
Okay.
No, she's very attractive. I'm not gonna be specific. And she's like, I'm like, okay, but he's illegal, and you're getting married.
It's not illegal. It's undocumented. God damn it! These fucking Americans, man.
It's undocumented. He's undocumented, and she goes, no, it's not about that. We're in love, and I'm like, look, I believe your intentions are true. I'm just saying. She's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. We're in love, and look, he makes her very happy. So
well, you have to for 5 years.
5.
No, it's 2 to get his green card. But if he wants to ride all this thing all the way to the finish line, he's got to get that blue passport.
No.
That's the promised land.
No.
No, what?
5.
Yeah.
No, I believe you.
No.
This is another discussion.
It's 2 years to be. He's going to get his green card for 2 years. He thinks 2 years, I'm done. But he wants to ride it 5. I mean.
Yeah. He's actually a very nice guy. I'm sure.
Listen.
For 5 years at least.
Where is he from?
Mexico.
We're all nice people, bro.
So you're not a nice person. anyway, so what? So you think?
So I think
you
she's super good looking.
Right.
I have several issues with her case.
I think Danny told me he didn't think she was good looking. I think Danny from Concrete said he didn't think she was good looking. I don't know why.
Listen,
Was
Danny?
it Danny? He said I don't really think she's
Well,
hot.
she's not like, if you see her on the streets, I don't think she's a head turner. But once you find out there's something sexy about criminal women.
Yeah. Well,
you know.
listen, the turtlenecks
because they
do
won't
nothing
judge.
for
They
me.
won't judge you.
No, of course that's a big plus. But the turtlenecks do nothing for me.
I don't know.
That's what you should throw her in one of the turtlenecks up here, like
or maybe Matt on a turtleneck. Do we have a picture of you on a turtleneck that we can? I have a picture. I have yesterday's pictures, by the way.
It's like sometimes you got to think things through your head before you say them.
But I think, where are the human victims? What happened to the people that she actually? What happened? Where are the people?
Like you care, bro. How many victims do you have?
But this is what bothers me. I remember when I first got indicted, I told my attorney, when he showed me the victims, I don't have any victims. I have institutions.
Right,
I said, bring me my fucking victims. Bring me Citibank.
Right.
And he said, I don't think we're going to use that argument in court because they'll send somebody.
Yeah.
Dude, but there's people that got screwed by her. I'm sure there is somebody
that's what I'm saying.
Dead or is super sick because they got I guess she was telling people that they were positive for like AIDS and they weren't, or they had diabetes then they didn't have
it's not
diabetes.
her. The equipment is giving false readings.
The
false
equipment
positives.
didn't work from the beginning. She knew it didn't work.
Right. And she's borrowing money and she was a big believer in like fake it till you make it. And she was pushing really hard these scientists like, hey, you have to fix this. You have to design it. And they were telling her it's just not possible. And yet she's continually saying that the equipment's working. What'd you get Walgreens for? $200 million?
I know, and then and they had to change. I don't know if it was Walgreens or CVS, but they had to change like all their shops and all their pharmacies because they were gonna put like this space for that machine.
Right. And then they would take
soon.
Then they would take the blood and was supposed to get you the results in like an hour, 24 hours, and they would ship it out to other places,
to an actual lab that
Real
actually
labs. Have them do it. Come back a week later. They'd be like, I thought it was like an hour. I thought it was 24 hours. Or no, it's a week, and it come back and.
So, but my issue is more of a moral issue. You screw 100 people, it doesn't get the coverage. But you steal $39 million from some institutions, and all of a sudden you are an asshole.
Yeah.
It's the capitalistic world we live in, bro. I want the people to have justice.
Oh my God. So what were you facing? What was the time? What was the maximum time?
So let's educate your audience that because a lot of your people have done time. Or at least they say they have done time. You know, apparently, at the moment you say I've done time, everybody's like, oh, I did time.
Yeah.
I got arrested once because I
was in jail for 10 days on a DUI.
I had a DUI, and I was
in prison. You were in county jail.
I had people that have actually told me, bro, the other day they arrested me and I spent 16 hours in there and all I could think about was you and how tough you had it.
What about Michelle?
16
What about
hours
Michelle?
made you think about me?
When she got arrested, she's like, I got arrested and I was in there for like almost like a day, and like I gave away all my food, and like everybody liked me, like, cause I gave them my food, and like when I got out,
I found Jesus.
No, she goes, when I got out, what was the first thing you ate? And it was like, you didn't eat anything in prison, and you're like, it was like. It was so cute. It was super cute.
And I'm sure when you got out, you were just eating whatever because you were hungry. When I got out,
she went straight to McDonald's. I wanted McDonald's.
I went to McDonald's. That's what I got. I think that's every inmate's dream.
Yeah, a lot of guys were, when I was in there, they were
Did you
like,
go to McDonald's? Yes.
I did.
see, a lot of guys were, bro, what are you gonna eat? When I was like, I'm gonna go and get a cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke, and they were like, bro, I thought you'd go like Ruth Chris and get some special. What? I'm like, bro, you have the wrong perception of me.
You of inmates. When you get out, you want like the junk food. You want
Yeah.
your standards are low.
I wanted a pint of a pistachio ice cream from Ben & Jerry's Pistachio Heaven. They used to call it. They don't have it anymore, but now they have it. But they don't call it Pistachio Heaven. But they still have it. They call it something else. But it was.
Well, Coleman had ice cream. So going back, your audience who all have done time because they're gangsters.
Yeah.
Everybody that gets arrested by the feds, they all face 30 years to start. Everybody. They always tell you, like, listen, you're facing 30 years.
Right.
That's their scare tactics.
Well, and then they can, but technically, okay, they also stack the charges. So
Correct.
they'll tell you, like, you're looking at 30 years. And what they mean is, like, you've got a gun charge, which carries, 5 years. You've got this much on for possession of this. You've got this much for that. And they start adding it up. And so technically, they're not lying if they say, you're looking at 55 years. Because they were
Correct.
telling me, like, 250 or 350 years, something ridiculous. Yeah, if you stack up all my money laundering and
Correct.
Conspiracy. And
I'll
the
never
bank fraud-
see the streets.
Right.
Then I signed an 18-year plea from my, Ricky Ricardo attorney, who told me, sign it.
It'll be fine. I play golf with the judge.
Dude, he
you know
plays
how many
just-
fucking
dude, he
people
told
I've-
me that. And he said, if you sign it, you're going to show good faith. So he's going to work with you. And I said, well, makes sense. He's going to see that I don't give a shit about signing 18 years, and he's going to be my friend. Well, he wasn't my friend.
No.
He actually asked for the 18 in sentencing. But my PSI came down to 15, and they gave me 15 years. So, which still was a shitload of time.
Lucky you.
And listen, bro. First of all, I have never broken the law before. And I'm standing by that. No.
Weren't you in the country illegally?
I don't know what you're talking about. However, you were on violation of probation.
Oh no, yeah, I've committed fraud. Yeah,
Of course. So you were category 2, right?
I was category 3 because there was something called recency. So if you committed a crime while currently serving a sentence, then they bumped you up another level. So I started at category 3. So I didn't get 1 because I had 1 prior. I got 2 because I was 1 prior and had committed a new crime while serving out that sentence. So now you start at 2 plus the new charge 3. So I was in category 3.
But on her case, because she went to trial, they're going to sentence her outside of the guidelines, though. I don't think they go by the guidelines when you go to trial. Didn't Pete go to trial?
No, Pete pled guilty.
Pete pled guilty?
35 years. No, 40. Sorry, 40 years. 40 years.
That's a long time, bro. So I don't know. I don't think she's going to get sentenced by the guidelines. But there is this Cuban guy case. I don't know if your audience has followed it or they even care about.
My audience doesn't care about Cubans.
Yeah, they don't care about Cubans.
They're
Truck
Cubans.
driver gets on a truck with bad brakes in Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
He
Did you see the video? I saw the video.
I know. He passes one ramp, he doesn't stop. He passes another one, doesn't stop. Then his brakes go off, he kills 4 people. They gave him 110 years, bro. They just got his sentence reduced to 10 years because of clemency. The governor was leaving and he reduced his sentence. So if this guy got 110 years for killing 4 people with his truck, this chick should be getting, I don't know, 1,000 years for screwing all these people. But she's not. I think she's going to get 25 years.
25 to 30.
She's going to be sent to
She ain't going to a camp.
Tallahassee. No, she's not going to a camp. She's going to be sent to Tallahassee, which I think is like a low or a medium or whatever.
I love that she got pregnant just before the trial. She's pregnant so that she'd be pregnant
Leniency.
during. Yeah. You're going to send her to prison pregnant? Even though they do it all the time to poor people. I don't care. Look, Jessica Kent, pregnant, goes there, chained to a bed, has a baby handcuffed to the bed.
Nobody cares.
Spits out the kid, take the kid like a day later.
And she had that kid like 2 years ago or a year ago. I don't know.
What? Jessica Kent?
No.
No, this is like...
This girl. No, not Jessica Kent. Jessica Kent had
Oh,
her kid a long time
what's
ago.
her name?
Elizabeth
She's-
Holmes.
Oh, she did have the kid? Okay, I didn't know that. I thought she was pregnant
did.
now.
No, she had the kid.
Oh, okay.
They waited for her to have the child so she could start her process nice and, breastfeed the kid.
Nice.
Do the
Nice.
whole thing.
Yeah, well, it's important.
It's called being rich and white.
Rich with somebody else's money. Or she was
Isn't
probably...
that how we were rich?
Well, why are you bringing up the past? bro?
I'm just saying. I mean.
So, all right. So what else are we talking about?
So we listen. She's gonna go to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
She's then gonna go to a camp. She's
not going to go to a camp.
ever. She's gonna end up her bid in a camp.
If she'll end up in a camp. Yeah. But I thought you meant go there directly. No.
No.
She's got to be below,
And-
what, 10 years? Is it 10 years for women to go to a camp? Yeah.
and
She's short time.
she doesn't.
She
Yeah,
did
she's
like
a short timer. She's not
with
criminal.
all the drug program and everything. She did like 4 years. I told her for me that's not worth
I
unpacking.
wouldn't even talk about.
I wouldn't even unpack.
I wouldn't even mention
that. To
went
me, that's not
prison.
even. You didn't even do time.
Anything under 5 years.
That's like
you
visitation.
did not do time.
I stood in line for 4 years.
Listen, I think I ran a stop sign and I got 3 years. Nah. So this is what I think is gonna happen.
You run a stop sign now, and you're gonna
Yeah,
get
no. If
4
I run
years.
a stop sign now, yeah, I'm never seeing the streets again. Can she snitch? Is she going to snitch? Does she have anybody? The only way, ask Big Herc, the only way she has to reduce that sentence is if she has somebody to snitch on.
Yeah.
And I don't think she does, because I don't think, unless she knows some shit about some people, which I doubt.
Well, I mean, first of all, the guy Sonny.
That's what she's snitching on.
Yeah, Sonny has to
That's
still
right.
go to trial. So she's found guilty. She can cooperate against Sonny.
That's right.
But Sonny could also just plead guilty. Like, he already knows she's done. He's probably going to plead guilty.
Is he going to get more time than she is? Is he like the head of this organization? Because I know that's what she said on the trial.
That's what she said.
That she
That's
was
not true.
manipulated by him.
But obviously people didn't believe that. They found her guilty. If they believed her defense, she wouldn't have been found guilty. So they don't believe her.
Well, I don't think they're going to give her like minor participation, but she snitches on Sonny.
Yeah, well, first of all, she started the company. She was running the company prior to him entering the company and becoming an investor before he started running anything. So he came in later, not a lot later, but a little bit later. So she was already on this.
Is he indicted already?
Yeah, he's indicted.
And what are his charges? Is it lesser money than her, or is it the same amount of money, or what?
Well, I'm sure
'Cause-
it's probably irrelevant how much money,
Well,
because
fucking
he's
$4
it's
billion
so much fucking money to begin with.
For $4 billion, you have to go to trial. That's another thing that the audience doesn't understand. There is a point that you're probably going to get less time going to trial than you're going to get if you plead guilty. And that's
Yeah.
probably where she was at.
Sonny, oh, look at him.
Indian dude, right?
Yeah, he is not an attractive person.
He's not.
No,
He's not.
He's not.
He's going to get a two-point enhancement for that.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, this had to be about the money, right? I mean, it would, like, anyway. Okay, so Elizabeth Holmes, again.
I think you could put a picture of Sonny here. You know.
Yeah, not, can't get over so bad. Okay, lovesick text between Elizabeth Holmes and her abuser, Sonny.
Oh, now he's the abuser. I'm telling you, he's done.
Well, no, he was. That was her whole thing. Was he was abusive? He was the one he abused her. He was sexually abused her. He abused her. He mentally abused her. That was her whole defense. Was like, he's the one who had me doing this whole thing. He's
I
the
don't
one.
think I've ever told you a part of my story that you will be fascinated by. Maybe I did. Now that we're talking about couples, do you know that my wife was, or my
Baldwani.
ex-wife- What?
Baldwani. Yeah, Sonny Baldwani.
Oh, yeah.
Just go ahead. Sorry, just
I'm
wanted
gonna post money on his account. Tell me what his email number is.
So she's convicted of fraud. Okay, Holmes has been convicted of. Okay, go ahead. So you were telling me you were telling me
That
about-
my ex-wife was the one that snitched on me. That's how the feds found me.
Yeah, I know, but she was your ex-wife, so and I've met you.
Dude,
so.
your ex-wife is a friend of yours.
My ex-wife's a gangster, bro. My ex-wife like slammed the door on the feds multiple times, wouldn't talk to them. Get out of here. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where this guy is. Fuck you.
No, bro. When I moved to New York, I didn't tell
Your ex-wife's making him coffee.
I didn't tell anybody where I was living. Nobody. So my girls would go to New York and we'll stay in hotels.
Right.
So they wouldn't know my address. And
Trusting.
yeah, well, you know, you never know. Listen, these kids, you raise them, but you never know when they turn on you. All right? So
You're telling me.
yeah. So one day I'm waiting for my youngest one to go to New York, and my wife goes, you know what? I'm not going to send you, Alexandra, unless you tell me where you live. And I said, oh shit, the feds got to her.
Nice.
I knew it. So I said, listen, why do you need my address for? She goes, I don't know. Maybe to send you flowers. I said, oh, no. And now we're using humor. This is not good. I said, I'm going to tell you my address. This is my address, blah, 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 because I wanted to see my kid. She goes, okay.
You gave her the real address.
I had to, bro.
You said well, how? She's not going to know any address. I'd give her somebody else's address. Let him kick in my next door neighbors.
I'm not a fraudster by career. I was just an innocent man. So I gave her the address because I wanted to see my kid.
You were laundering money for
the Venezuelan government?
For the drug cartels through the Venezuelan government with the highest ranking officers in the government.
Yes.
And I feel bad about that.
But I went and I faced them.
Yeah, no, way more man than me. I ain't going. I'm not going to Venezuela in the best of conditions. Especially not if somebody wants to kill me.
Well, but I needed more money. So I had to go face them so I could come back and get more money.
Listen to this. Loses their money, convinces them to give them more money to get that money back. Loses that money, convinces them to give him more money to get that money back. How stupid are these people? Look, I'm not saying anything about South Americans.
It's not about stupid people. It's about a charismatic personality.
Oh, God.
And I have that. If I'm guilty of a crime, convict me of that. All right? But regardless of that, so fucking... Dude, I don't know. By the way, I don't know that my wife is snitching on me. I just think, okay, well, listen, who knows? Whatever. She sends my daughter. We spend a great time. We get out. Then 2 months later, I get arrested.
Right.
At my apartment. And when I get down to Florida after several troubles, after my many troubles around the prison system, the agents go, oh, by the way, your wife needs you to sign this for the travel permit for your kids because they're going out of town for a vacation and you need to sign that. And I looked at it and I looked at him and I said, oh, so you talked to her? And he's like, oh yeah, plenty of times. I was like, okay, let me sign this shit. I'm done. So, yeah, relationships, dude, until the feds come to your house.
Yeah.
Unless you have a gangster ex-wife like yours.
Yeah, well, she's Puerto Rican, so.
Oh, fuck, you should have... Your ex-wife is Puerto Rican?
It's 100% Puerto Rican. Mean as a fucking snake, bro.
No, you have to stop with you had me at Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're violent.
Yeah, she'll cut you. She'll cut you.
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
Yeah, you don't want to get any alcohol in her. Listen, her current husband, toughest fucking guy I've ever met in my entire life. He's doing hard time. I mean, I'd rather go back to Coleman. This dude's been down like 20-something years.
With no chance to getting out.
No. Oh,
no.
He's too scared.
He can't snitch on anybody.
Listen, he's... I always tell. I say he's like a powerful stallion that's been completely broken. And you know what she said? He's not broken, okay? He just knows his place. Oh my God!
Yeah. I can't wait until I interview Jess on my podcast.
Yeah, you got to interview.
And she goes to me, Matt's not broken. He just knows his place. God. And I'll be like, we have come full circle.
Listen,
okay.
Listen,
but the problem is this.
Wait, let's see if we can say hi.
Is this your ex?
Oh, yeah, she won't answer. I don't think she'll answer. It's too late. What is today? She'd be furious. She'll be if she answers and I say you're on a podcast.
She speaks Spanish?
Yeah.
Fluently?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
And yet you're a racist, according to your audience.
According to my audience. What are you talking about? They always throw Zach in there. No, he has a black guy.
But they say no, but then some people say like, yeah, but he's not that black. You have heard those comments? I've read those comments. Yeah, he's got sacked, but he's not that black. I'm like,
not
how much
that
blacker
black.
can you get?
Oh my God, he's got a felony.
I think he's like burgundy.
Well, having dinner with hubby You okay?
phone number and a
Hold on. Let me just tell her real quick. Should I just tell her? Hold on. Respond. Yes, comma. I just have a friend here that wanted to talk to you real quick. Period. No big deal. Period. Call me as soon as you get finished with dinner. Period. Give Nick my sympathies for still being married.
Send it.
No, I'm just gonna say, give him my sympathies. My sympathies.
And then he wonders.
I gotta put the laughing faces, ha ha ha, because otherwise she'll kill me. Okay. All right.
I love how people do, like, they do it on your comments too on the podcast. Oh, you're a piece of shit. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Listen, the laughing emoji doesn't make it better.
No, it does. If it's like,
Does it now?
Yeah, if I say, don't be offended, but you're a piece of garbage.
Ha ha ha. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji.
Okay. Makes it okay, right?
In prison, you should have said like this, and you're a piece of shit. Laughing emoji,
Bro,
laughing emoji, laughing emoji.
Like, I realize the way I talk to people in prison compared to the way you can't talk to people. Like, here, it's got to be nice, and everybody's you got to be, hey, buddy, hey, golly gee whiz, how you doing? In prison, like, we called each other scumbags all the time. You're a fucking scumbag, but man, fuck you, dude. I mean, it was horrible. Back and forth. Now, I can't even joke like that.
But it's
with
more
you guys.
organic.
They'll like start crying and run off and like, hey, man, did you just call me?
So do you think, I know this is a topic that you didn't want to touch, but do you think Elizabeth Holmes is going to smoke K2 in prison? I think she will. And she will call it like some kind of healing thing from the
she'll
company.
repackage it.
She will
She's gonna
repackage it. And
it.
she'll tell people, listen, do you want to know if you're okay? You need to smoke this little. Do you ever see people high on K2?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was the best high to watch.
Oh, yeah. So violent,
It's amazing.
screaming.
It's amazing. And then they'll smoke like this. And about 5 minutes later.
Yeah. You've never seen this?
Like, you are talking to Kobe about the TikTok videos, and he was like scared shitless about like, does that really happen in prison?
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah.
paler than normal, which is
You do understand there's
unbelievable.
filters and shit. Like, he'll have you wearing a fucking mohawk this whole time, or have you like, he'll put like a little mouse face on you or something this whole time. You'll be doing this whole thing as like a rat. It'll be yeah.
Wow. Did you not go there, man? Wow. Never
Hey, you want to know?
would I have snitch in my life. Unless.
Listen. You want to hear something funny? Ron Wilson, in my case, the guy I got my second Rule 35 on.
The money guy.
Second.
The money guy.
The money guy.
Yeah, I remember. I remember Mark telling me like it was Christmas morning. Oh my God. This guy told me where the money guy.
Found someone to fucking trust me. So here's what happened. So he got out.
When?
He got out on COVID a few months ago. Somebody sent me a fucking article saying, boom, this guy, $57 million Ponzi scheme, fucking hundreds of victims, got out. This was the guy that did I ever tell
Are
you?
you going to bring him in the podcast?
Danny wants to. Danny's desperate to get he and I go on the podcast with him.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
Right. He's
I mean,
fine.
if the people
Bro,
that I
he was cooperating against people when I cooperated against him. I'm just better at it. I'm sorry.
This is I know this is against the prison code, but it's a hot potato game. Listen, hot potato. Whoever keeps a hot potato, Elizabeth Holmes got the hot potato.
So what are you thinking with what do you think is going to happen to her?
I think she's gonna get 25 year sentence. I think she's gonna get a Rule 35 if she sits on this guy's case. Or
What if he pleads guilty prior to?
well, is she gonna have anything to do with him pleading guilty?
you're-
Because
you're-
they'll say that.
You're assuming that they won't not give it to her. Like, they can't just not give. It's completely at the Fed's discretion to give
You're
you.
preaching to the choir, my
Yeah.
friend. Listen, I had a co-defendant that went to trial.
Right.
Okay, my only co-defendant that went to trial. My
One
prosecutor,
of your co-defendants?
one of my co-defendants.
How much time did you spend on the stand?
Listen, bro. As soon as I heard, I had already been down for a year. As soon as I heard she's going to trial, I said, "That's it. I'm going home, baby." My prosecutor said,
I love
Dude.
Jess's face.
I'm
Jess
sorry.
was going to go.
I know you thought of.
She was going to go to trial and
You were
didn't
gonna go to
cooperate
trial?
again. Didn't cooperate. Was going to trial the whole fucking thing. Talking shit about the fucking prosecutor on the phone, like gangster right up till she got like the witness list. It was like, holy shit, how many people are going to testify against me?
Well,
So
she went to, my prosecutor said, "I don't give a shit if he knows where Bin Laden is.
right,
We're not using him. Period." So my attorney goes, listen, bro, he doesn't want to use you. I said, well, can you ask him pretty please? So without me knowing, he put me on the witness list.
Oh, yeah.
Without me knowing. So just to intimidate her. So she goes to trial. Obviously, I don't know I'm on the witness list. Years later, when I get my Rule 35, yes, I got a Rule 35. When I got my Rule 35, the prosecutor goes, that's common practice. I put people on the witness list just in case, if I have to use them, the people are familiar with the name. I'm like, dude, that's not common practice.
No.
You use that shit to intimidate
Right.
that
First of all, I'm now in danger.
Correct.
You just put me in danger. Now, I'm not saying that the woman in your case was going to somehow or another from another prison get you shanked or something, but it's possible that you become in danger because you're on the list.
The only person that could have shanked me on her case was a guy named Eddie Mena, who was with you in Coleman in the drug program. I don't know if you remember. He Cuban. He stuttered, like bad stutter.
Unfortunately, that doesn't. There's so many.
And he didn't shank me because he sat on her case.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sat on his girlfriend's trial, and he got 4 years sentence. Well, she got 17 and a half.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
she's gonna probably try to do that. I'm sure her attorneys are working on a cooperation agreement. I mean, unless she launder money. If she launder money from somebody, then that's her way out, man. That's her. Oh, not out of prison, but like, I don't know. Some of her investors, dirty money.
No, I don't think it was anything. I don't think it's anything like that. I think it's pretty simple, pretty cut and dry. You lied to investors to get them to invest in this company that you were hoping was. I think it genuinely. She probably thought, I'm hoping that we get enough money in and we buy enough time that these scientists, the best of the best, that they're hiring the best of
they were hiring.
are going to be able to pull this off. But the thing is, you promised too big. It's like a Ponzi scheme. You can really run a Ponzi scheme for a long time. But when these guys say, 30% on your money within 1 year, it's like, what are you doing? You're going to go under within a year or two. That's if you're busting your ass. So, but the guys that are like, look, I consistently get between 8 and 12%.
Which beats the market.
Right. You can really drag that Ponzi scheme out for a long time. You don't promise too big. You don't get too flashy. Like Madoff.
Yeah.
Consistently getting about 10% on your money, and you drag it out. And then you have these idiots who are like 35%, 40%. Well, great. 2 years later.
Does it make you a little envious that she pulled that off? I mean, $4 billion, not the sentence and this she got caught, but $4 billion, bro, is $4 billion. I don't give a shit.
I mean, it's impressive, but here's the real problem is that I think a good portion of it is just mental illness on her part. I mean, she's got some major mental illness problems.
I think we all do. I think as criminals, we all do, bro. And you have to agree with me on that.
I agree, but I mean, she's like just delusional. I mean, the turtlenecks, the deepening your voice, basically, if any of the people they talk to, they're like, listen, you can't believe a fucking thing she says. Like, she's constantly lying about stuff. So you've got a CEO.
Were you a pathological liar?
No, but you don't know what a pathological liar is. You can't control the lie. You simply lie because it feels good, not for a benefit.
Were you a compulsive liar? Were you a trustworthy person when you were not a trustworthy? Like
No.
I mean,
if I lie, it's for a direct benefit. Like for people in my personal life, I'm extremely honest, very honest. But in a business situation where I'm trying to scam somebody, am I going to lie to them to obtain an objective? Of course. What am I going to go in and say, look, hey, listen, I need to try and convince you to give me this much money so that I can steal it?
I'm going to give you an example. And my friend Armando is here. The reason why he's here because I'm teaching a class in Spanish right now. Okay? I know your audience is going to be like, oh my God, he's a piece of shit. He doesn't teach it. It's coming to you guys in English. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure that's what they're concerned about.
They are very concerned because they love me. And you know they love me, Matt. This is the Juan Sanchez Matt Cox
So if there's
podcast.
5 people that say this guy's a piece of scumbag, and one person says, I love Juan, he immediately screenshots the I love Juan and sends it to me. Your people love me. I'll screenshot 7 or 8 of them.
Last time we did this,
annoying.
It worked on my favor. We were doing something else. If you love me with real love, with like Justin Bieber love.
Justin Bieber love?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, put a heart.
Put a heart.
Put a beating heart on him.
You don't have to put a beating. Yeah, you could.
I don't think I don't know if they have that.
Put a heart on my comment, an emoji. Just say, I love Juan. You know, it's a public service announcement.
Silly.
But I am teaching
Silliness.
this weekend about, credit and all the new changes on credit and stuff like that. Bro, at the beginning of my class, I tell people, listen, I committed fraud. I served 8 years and 7 months. Whatever you do not tell me how much money you have to invest.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're going to put me in a little bit of a tough spot. Because my brain, the first thing I'm going to think is, how can I take that money from you? Everybody got it? Ha, 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 ha. You're too funny. Bro, I show them my indictment. I show them articles. I show them everything. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, listen, I have a question, teacher. If you have $35,000 to invest, motherfucker, didn't I tell you about 6 hours ago not to tell me how much money you had?
See me after class.
So, well, they don't want to say it publicly. So at the end of the class, he'll tell you. Some people were going, do you do like private consultations? Wow. I'm like, oh my God, these people don't get it. So at that point, should you feel, not that I'm going to scan them, by the way, but
no.
If you're giving all these disclosures and people are still telling you, listen, I have all this money. I think, there's...
Do you want me to say that they're asking?
Their flesh is weak.
They're asking for it?
Well, they're not asking for it, but somebody else is going to get them if they don't wise up.
So it might as well be you.
No, not at all. My job as a rehabilitated human being that I am is to convince them not to be telling people how much money they freaking have in their bank accounts. Because the next guy
That's not what's happening.
is not going to be as nice as me. But that's just me saying. That's me being rehabilitated. That's years of therapy and finding Jesus.
All right. How long have we gone here?
How much do we have?
We're at 42 minutes.
42 minutes? So okay. Well, I mean, so Elizabeth Holmes, we've covered absolutely.
This is Elizabeth
There's
Holmes.
been nothing groundbreaking.
She committed a financial crime, $4 billion. She has 11 counts, 7 of them, 7 involved people, which the government said, we don't really give a shit about that. What we really care about is this $4 billion that you took from.
Well, that's
here
what they can
I'm going to
prove.
get very political and I'm going to get very, I know you hate this thing. We care about this $4 billion that you took from a bunch of white rich men, and we need to prosecute you and send you to prison for that. But how about all these other people that were
No, they did charge them. They were found not guilty. The jury said these 7 charges, they were like 4 or 5 that they said not guilty, and then a couple of them they said we can't decide. So she got found guilty of 4 charges for investor fraud. And the investor fraud, right, the white people. And they're going to go after her for that. And there's 20 years per count. So she could get 80 years, but they're probably going to end up with 20 to 25
to 30.
Yeah, to 30 years. And then she'll spend the next 5 years fighting that. And
guess what? They scared people of committing fraud.
yeah,
But they didn't scare people for fucking people over.
I don't know what that means.
Basically, you can take their money and that is not good. But you can lie to them about their health and their stuff. That's fine. That's fine. No problem. That's the only issue that I have with this whole white collar thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all about the money. The crime is not about the money. The crime is about what you did to people, but not about the money. My victims, 10 financial institutions. They got their money back, by the way, through TARP. Remember?
So
TARP?
TARP,
course. They got their money
which
back.
is funded by the American taxpayer. So really, you defrauded
So are the
every
worst.
single person in the United States.
So
you just defrauded.
every time we go to a country that
Defrauded.
has not done anything to us, it's paid by the American people. I just took a little piece of it. That's the American dream. But no, so do not commit crimes because you're gonna get convicted.
Listen,
and you're gonna
nobody's
get busted.
possibly. Listen, if you've watched this video up to this point, you should be ashamed of yourself. Really. So anyway, so let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap this up. All right.
And I think
we
the
have
next
to wait.
video, we're going to discuss the fact that Juan's midsection is growing and growing. And
You know
it's-
what? I'm Hispanic, as you all know. Don't let my lack of accent fool you. And in Christmas we eat all carbs, all meat, all nasty stuff.
These are all for sale too, by the way. All of these are for sale.
We have a Joe Biden painting coming next.
No,
so
we don't.
Once
No, we don't.
that
No, we don't.
once that one comes off the wall, Biden is going in. And if anybody wants to get a Kamala Harris, Kamala or Kamala?
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 That's
I don't
your
even know.
vice president.
Bro, come on. I don't pay attention to
Okay.
stuff.
If anybody wants that, you can commission Matt to paint it. You'll paint it for money. You'll paint anybody for money.
I mean, enough money. Yeah.
You'll paint your prosecutor for money.
My prosecutor actually...
What, one of the paintings?
I could... What if I had to do my prosecutor? That would be interesting.
Guess what? I got my first famous selfie taken.
Really?
Yeah.
With who? Someone noticed you? Someone recognized
White
you?
people too. And they were like, oh my God, we're going to get a picture with a criminal. Come on. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, he's like, what's going on?
Was it pretty cool? You got to admit,
it was pretty cool.
When they actually say that, it's like, at first you're like, is someone put you up to that? And when you realize, no, they really recognize you, it's
It
like.
was very, very cool.
Pretty cool.
I know. I was pretty. I said, all these years in prison have finally paid off. They all built up to this moment of recognition.
So
all right?
did you get one?
No.
I know. I actually get them with like, oh, no, I want a picture too. Like they get a picture and I'm like,
Yeah.
I want a picture. Who's going to believe me? You know?
Well, I can always get a bunch of white people to get a picture with me and say that they were my fans, but whatever.
Anyway.
I get one with Connor.
Okay,
All right.
so that's it. We're check out our next video, and that's it.
We'll see you next week.
And I'll
Probably.
see you.
Bye. Adios.
Adios. Isn't that
Adios.
Spanish? Is that Mexican?
That is, yeah, I speak Mexican.